Leave the Zapatistas.
Yeah.
On to those attacks.
Ya basta?
Yeah, does anyone speak Spanish here?
Bastante. We don't want the Zapatistas to have to stand alone against all the forces that are lined up against them, because the forces that are lined up against them are extremely powerful forces. One of their slogans is "We do not stand alone," and we want to fulfill that prophecy. As a woman, I'm particularly behind the Zapatistas because of the strong female leadership in that community. They are a model to the world for an anarchist, grassroots, self-organizing, direct action, functioning community grassroots support system that works from the bottom up, as opposed to the president of the country, the Congress of the country, the governors, the, trickle, trickle, trickle. No, this is poor people from the bottom up. Now, in our own American society, in a disaster, statistically, 80% of all aid comes from strangers, friends, neighbors, family. Only about 20% of disaster aid comes from private insurance or government funding sources. So, the idea of organizing from the bottom up is brilliant, and governments are afraid of it. These people they're living off the grid. They do not pay taxes. They do not register their children, so their children cannot be drafted. Of course, none of the taxes they were paying prior to this revolution, which has celebrated its 20th anniversary, I believe, last January? I could be off by a year.
They killed a teacher the other day in the Chiapas area who was organizing.
See?
His name is Galeano. And they're having more military force against the self-organized communities of Chiapas. So we're out here in solidarity.
Also, there's also solidarity events happening at the consulate in New York City, Nevada, Las Vegas, Seattle, Washington. And there are, on the Facebook page, the last time I looked, about 5 o'clock this morning, New York City had 300 people saying they were going to attend, and theirs is an all-night event with people camping there. So it will be the largest and longest protest in front of the consulate in recent history.
Hola, me llamo Kelly. Estoy llamando porque tengo interés en las cosas que está pasando con la gente zapatista en la área Chiapas. Yo creo que el gobierno está muy violento con la gente aquí y tengo muchas reservaciones. ¿Que usted diga algo sobre qué está pasando?
No, realmente no, pero tendría forma de hacernos esta petición por email.
Ok.
Le voy a dar nuestro email para que nos pueda escribir su petición, su pregunta. Le podemos responder formalmente, ¿vale?
¿Puedo dar mi email a usted y si puede darme algo?
¿Le parece si usted me escribe primero la pregunta por email para ya responderle oficialmente?
Okay, so they're saying that a good way to communicate is via email.
¿Perdón?
¿Usted está en Portland?
Estamos en Portland, sí.
Sí, estoy afuera, tal vez se puede llegar a darme la información.
¿Por qué no pasa el mostrador de enfrente entonces?
Sí, estoy enfrente del consulado ahora con amigos. Estaba muy preocupada porque tenemos concerns de la gente. Chiapas no están recibiendo tratamiento bastante bien.
Ok, a ver, ¿me permite un segundo?
Ok,
Gracias.
bye. Okay, a guy from the inside is coming out here to talk with us and give us put email addresses of how we should respond in writing.
Oh, very good.
Great.
Okay.
Cool. Do you want this phone number, Charles?
Yeah, can you read that to me?
503
I don't know if it's English or not. Okay.
274
Oh, I'm sure you must.
He must.
1442.
Yeah.
Yes, and we support, whether or not we are in favor of their cause, we support their right to organize without receiving the brunt of military force from the government. That we believe all people have the right to democratically organize and to have a say in their community and to have access to land to grow food and clean water and all of these things.
Yeah, the people in the southern areas and all over Mexico and other places of the world, their land is being stolen
By
because-
corporations.
By corporations. Long ago, it all started with industrialism, and then went into globalization. And then something came about in '91 called NAFTA. NAFTA, the North American Free Trade Agreement. And then Zapatistas came in and said, you know what, no more. And the reason that people are going around the world to different places, different countries to find jobs, is because of NAFTA. So people are trying to struggle to get jobs, and at the same time, people are struggling to keep their land. So it's a conflict of both.
So they're taking advantage of it.
Well, everyone's being taken advantage of, and everyone's trying to wash their hands clean because they all want to have a way to live.
Because if you had any requests, you like to put your request.
Could we have about 10 or 15 minutes just to make sure we have our stuff together?
Oh, sure.
Okay.
But I think that you were receiving
Okay, that's fine. But maybe it's okay to say in maybe 10 or 15 minutes?
This issue, like people in the first world, we want jobs, but people in the third world, they want their land. So it's like how we balance these worlds.
We need
You
to
know?
decide who wants to go in and
So
talk
it's
with them. I think
very
we're just gonna-
complicated.
I think Grange and you.
Who's wrong?
Grange.
Oh, grunge?
Croissant.
Oh, grunge. Yeah, see.
All right.
So you went inside?
We met with the consulate deputy, Dulce Maria Soledad Zamora. She was very nice. She gave us her business card and also the official email. She says that the most effective thing that we can do from here, we're welcome to be out here, and that she suggests that we write a letter in Spanish that we can submit to them, and they will submit it to the Mexican government to address the concerns that we bring up.
Through their administration.
That's right. That's the formal processes. And we express that we're in solidarity with the Zapatistas and the people of Chiapas who are receiving oppression and military violence as they attempt to self-organize and protect and have community control over land and water.
Yes.
And she liked what we were doing too, so she was really attentive. She understood.
Positive reception.
Yeah,
Good.
exactly. Yeah.
Yes.
Good. Thank you.
Thank you so much for going inside and presenting.
She said that
Thank you
last
for
time
coming.
there were people out here last month, but they didn't even attempt to talk to them. And they said, she said, go ahead and
Make contact.
make contact. They want to know more about why we're out here. So.
Good.
So
And
they
we
know
want
we're
them
here.
to know more. And thank you for coming all the way from Olympia to represent. That is true dedication, and thank you for coming. Thank you.
Are you
Are you gonna put the letter together?
I can be a part of a team putting the letter together. I think we should have a follow-up conversation.
Yes.
And write it, identify points that a lot of people could sign on to. That's what I think.
They're being attacked by their own government. They're being attacked by the drug lords because they won't allow alcohol or drugs in their communities, which means the drug lords cannot grow in entire regions, fertile regions, southern regions of Mexico. So unless the world stands with them, they will just silently wipe them off the face of the earth, take their lands, and grow drugs. So America is culpable in this decimation of this indigenous, very spiritual, very beautiful, very artistic, very warm and loving paradigm. We support drugs when we do drugs from unknown sources. We support drug lords in those cases. White America is doing lots of drugs, not serving any time, and not taking responsibility for their actions. So drug lords use horrible fertilizers and destroy and rape the land in the process of making their profits. These are indigenous people who are saving the earth. And, if you don't stand up when they come for the Zapatistas, then who are you going to stand up for? These are women, children. They killed an unarmed teacher. They're threatening his students. This is, has been an inspiration to all of South America, is an inspiration to us, is a worldwide inspiration. This is like the attack upon Tibet. We have to stand up. Ya basta.